Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.023 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.35%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out the key chart patterns that we have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Vechain from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.02 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, after making our low down here at around the $0.02 mark, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, managed to break above key areas of resistances, but at the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark, we got rejected, and we are seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down here, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside. And in my previous videos I was terming this movement to the upper side as an Elliot wave structure, having this as the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, then a wave 5. And in case that wave 5 could have played out, I could have named that Elliot wave structure as a higher Elliot wave count 1, but that movement to the upper side in that Elliot wave movement didn't play out because our wave 4 over here retraced into the high of that first wave and invalidated my Elliot wave structure, and I had to remove it here on the charts and view this movement to the upper side as something else. And the only way we can view it as is just a massive corrective movement that was correcting that impulsive movement that gave us a low at around the $0.02 mark. And after seeing the high for that ABC corrective movement, whatever we expect on this other side is the formation of a 5-wave structure. And at the moment we have seen the formation of a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5 down here. And now we can name this fractal wave as a higher Elliot wave count 1 on this other side. And to get to the key scenarios that I expect to play out, I believe now that we have seen the formation of a wave 1 over here, it's possible that very soon we are going to see a bit of a pump over here in the formation of a wave 2. And if that is the case, then I can use the Fibonacci's to get a minimum target area for that second wave to the upper side by just connecting the fibs from the high of the wave 1 to the low of the wave 1, and that gives me a minimum target area for that second wave to the upper side between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And getting back to this chart, we have seen the formation, we can see the formation of a chart pattern over here, which is a head and shoulders pattern. And drawing it out here on the charts, we can have that as the left shoulder, then we have seen the head right there, then we have seen the formation of the neckline, then the right shoulder, and soon we might see a breakout out of this head and shoulders pattern. This is a pattern that normally breaks to the lower side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the head and the neckline. So using a trend line, we can get that height between the head and the neckline, then place it down here to give us a minimum target area to the lower side, and that gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.01157 mark. So here on the Vechain chart, those are the two possible scenarios that can play out. We can either see a breakout out of this head and shoulders pattern, or we can continue pushing higher in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2 over here. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And also getting back, also zooming out here on this chart, we have seen the formation of this channel over here. This is the channel that we have been trading within, and at the moment you can see we are trading at the lower part of this channel. And it's possible that Vechain, in case we continue to see an increase in volume here on the Vechain chart, we might be able to continue pushing to the upper side of the channel, also manage to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark and have a successful retest of that key area of resistance. And in case that happens, then I would expect us to continue pushing higher to get us into this red target area for the formation of a wave 2. And if that plays out, then that will be invalidating my head and shoulders pattern, which will be very positive for Vechain, because that would mean maybe the low is in and we might continue pushing higher and maybe even sketch even more bullish movements here on the Vechain chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. It's also possible that in case we see a decrease in volume here on the Vechain chart, and maybe see a bear movement in the whole crypto market, then I would expect us to lose this key area of support on the lower side of the channel. And in case that happens, then we manage to break out of the channel to the lower side and maybe even have a retest of the lower side of the channel, then I would expect us to continue unlocking lower prices to get us back to around the $0.02 mark, which is a key area of support here on the Vechain chart. And in case we also lose that key area of support, then I would expect my head and shoulders pattern to play out here on the Vechain chart and expect a breakout to the lower side, giving us a minimum target area back to around the $0.011 mark. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the 4-hour RSI. On the 4-hour RSI, we are trading at around the 50 mark, and that means we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side in the formation of that wave 2. And in case we also see the breakout out of that head and shoulders pattern, that movement on the RSI will still be supported. Here on the 4-hour MACD, we have also printed a bearish cross, and that would mean lower prices could be coming our way, so we might see the breakout out of that head and shoulders pattern. And that's the update for Vechain.